Now, these kind of natural rules that exist in your brain, they're not like traffic laws. They're more like laws of nature. And nobody has to remind you to obey a law of nature, right? When you leave the house in the morning, your mom doesn't say, "Hey honey, I think it's going to be cold. Take a hoodie. Don't forget to obey the law of gravity." Nobody says this. Now, there are other rules that are more about manners than they are about nature. So, you can think of a word like it's like a hat. Once you know how hats work, nobody has to tell you, don't wear hats on your feet. What they have to tell you is, can you wear hats inside? How gets to wear a hat? What are the kind of hats you can get to wear? Those are more of the second kind of grammar, with linguistics often called usage, as opposed to grammar. Now, sometimes people use this kind of rules based grammar to discourage people from making up words. And I think that is, well, stupid. So, for example, people are always telling you be creative, make new musics, do art, invent things, science and technology. But when it comes to words, they're like, don't, no, creativity stops right here. Whippersnappers. Uh, Give it a rest. But that makes no sense to me. Words are great. We should have more of them. And I want you to make as many new words as possible. And I'm going to tell you 6 ways that you can use to make new words in English. The first way is the simplest way. Basically, steal them from other languages. Linguistics calls this borrowing, but we never give the words back. So I'm just going to be honest and call it stealing. We usually take words for things that we like delicious food. We took kumquat from Chinese. We took caramel from French. We also take words for cool things like ninja, right? We took that from Japanese, which is kind of a cool trick because ninjas are hard to steal from. Okay, so I agree with Erin. I think that we should make up more words because the way people think, um, the way people use languages is based on vocabulary of words, and these words represent concepts. So the way we create uh, is constructing new new theories with these words. These are our tools. So, for example, I'm gonna use an example that in architecture, like if somebody discovers a new material, a new completely way of thinking appears, like a new kind of language for using this material, and new buildings are gonna be designed. So it's the same way with words. Whenever you create a new word, you create a new concept, and this enrich the way people think. This enrich the way people see life, people see reality, and this is how culture changes. And at the same time, it's a way. Technology and thinking are the two main things that make a society progress. Like, for example, in 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 Germany, uh, the philosopher Heidegger, he created so many new words based on Greek and Latin words that he used to mix, and this created a new way of thinking and allowed Germany to progress in this sense. Not thanks of technology, but thanks to, to thinking, cultural thinking. Or the Greeks, like was the most advanced society at in the ancient age, and they were famous for having great philosophers. So, and at the same time, you can just have fun with making up words. Like my friends and me, we make up a lot of words. And one example is very stupid, but in Spanish we don't really have a word to say cute, so we made up one word for that. That is poto. Maybe it sounds weird in English, but in Spanish you can really feel that that means cute because it allows to something that is round and curved, like cute things are, like, I don't know, bunnies or babies or whatever. So yeah, it's a stupid, but it's a lot of fun. So you can have both things, just for having fun, making up words that maybe are gonna be forget, are not gonna be useful, and the other kind of words that are gonna be so useful for um, extend your thinking.